What up? It is Bones, and in this video, I'm finally gonna finish my Dark Knight's Metal wave, consisting of Murder Machine, Grim Knight, Dawnbreaker, and now we'll take a look at Devastator. Now, this is actually the very first time I've had them out of the package, so I'll only be able to look at them for a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a look together. Of course, first, as always, he comes with your basic McFarlane DC black stand. Pretty good little stand, but kind of the blackness is good for the simplicity. That's all you need to hold up the figures that are hard to stand up. But surprisingly, there's very rare figures from from DC Multiverse that I've had a hard time standing, especially this one. He also comes with his data file card. Usually these figures all come with one. Check out the back. Some information. He is from Earth -1. I'm pretty sure this story was that he was helping to battle Superman, and the only way he could finally beat him was to inject himself with the serum that made Doomsday. So once he infected himself with the Doomsday virus, he became Devastator. And then he joined up with the Dark Knight's Metal. Pretty cool. Of course, on the cover is the same as on the package. Pretty sweet work. Now let's go ahead and dive into this guy. First of all, heavy figure. Starting at the top, has some pretty nice detailed spikes moving into the head. Now the mouth is adjustable. You could open and close it. There's also a tongue inside there. Pretty cool to articulate the mouth. It's real rare that we see these on the figures, but pretty cool articulation point there. It does have nice rotation of the head. Going down to the neck, there's just so much detailing in here. Pretty cool. There's like a symbol there on his chest. Surprisingly, this guy has a pretty good abdominal movement. Not so much forward, but back. You could really like lean him back, way back, like I guess get him in a pose like if he's roaring at the sky, you know, with his mouth open. Pretty cool. Awesome. Moving down, tattered pants, pretty nicely sculpted. I don't expect a lot of movement from this figure because just look at him. He's a big chunk of plastic. But just looks wise, I mean, he's pretty much a 9 out of 10. Just, you know, don't expect too much from the articulation. He does have like a little bit of butterfly joint in the elbow, but not too much. It is there though. You could see like the soft rubber part move back and forth. Different points of articulation here. Right above the elbow, he has a swivel joint, like a cut, and then of course you can manipulate the elbows actually. Now the hands, you have to get them in a certain position to use the joint, because if you twist it the other way, it's going to be locked. But I mean, besides that, for being such a big figure, he does have a lot of movement. Now, I'll tell you something I just barely noticed. The more you move him, now that shoulder's really starting to butterfly open and close, so it's pretty sweet. Nice fist with the spikes there. Pretty awesome. Go ahead and move down to the legs. Surprisingly, he does have a single jointed knee and then a joint at the ankle. Ratchet inside there. You could hear it clicking. But it does have swivel, so that's pretty cool. And surprisingly, there is actually a cut right above the calf. So you could really get a lot of different angles of rotation in there. And of course, he does have the toe joint, toe articulation, as always. Now, putting him back the way he was and then turn him around. Now, below the feet, he has two little peg holes. Not too much in tread since it's bare feet, but it's okay. Going up, still continuing the tattered clothes sculpt around that scaly body. Pretty cool. Up to the back. Oh man, the detail here in the back, it's awesome. Pretty much smooth transition going up to the top into the upper spikes above the shoulders. And like I said before, the way the butterfly joint just melts into the back and then sinks into the shoulder. It's like so smooth. Awesome figure. Now, I have heard people complain that this guy is a little bit short. If they made him a Build-A-Figure, people are wondering if they would have made the legs a little bit longer so he'd, get probably an inch up. It doesn't bother me as much, saying as this is not a Kryptonian that took the Doomsday serum. It's actually just Bruce Wayne, so maybe he's, not as big. But who knows? You got to deal with it. Like I said before, this is more like a sculpture with articulation. So he's an awesome display piece. I mean, anybody, even if you had a desk and you just had this guy, sitting on your desk, they'd probably be like, wow, what figure is that? Pretty cool.
They were action figures with high-end appeal.
So for $20, I don't really expect much more now. Could McFarlane make better choices? Of course. Like I've said before, I'm usually around 80-85% with McFarlane and the choices he makes. Some of the bad ones have been that first Build-A-Figure that was that little Batmobile. That was not a good idea. The next one that comes to mind is the Robin Crows that just came out. Instead of making like one body with the alternate heads, he made one body with a head, so you have to find the different versions of the head, which a lot of people are really trying to scavenge up all those Robins they can, and it's messing up the market because now they're hard to get until we get into full, the shipment of all the figures. But that's fine. It is what it is. We live and learn, so hopefully that won't happen again. Also online, there's going to be floating a bunch of torsos to that Merciless figure because of all the extra Robins that people had to buy. But is what it is. I'm pretty happy with this guy. Like I said, he's a chunky piece of plastic. Awesome articulation for such a big figure. He's a little bit short, but I mean, like I said before, we don't know how tall he should have been in that alternate universe where this guy comes from, Earth -1. But you know what? I'll do a comparison next to my King Shark, and then I'll put a regular Multiverse figure next to him so you can see the difference. But anyways, guys, I'm finally happy to get my whole this wave of dark metals together. They're still going to be missing Red Death, Death Metal Batman, The Drowned is another one, so we'll be looking forward to those. I might end up making a shelf just of the dark metals, even though I have my McFarlane shelf. Maybe I'll just make a section, like the very middle section will be just pure dark metals, Batman Who Laughs, so it'll be pretty cool. Alright guys, so Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Happy hunting. See you on the next one.